Hi guys, hi. Hope everybody's well. So earlier today, I posted a status saying I'm feeling suicidal, and I wasn't feeling suicidal. Just to clarify that, I wasn't feeling suicidal. Well, not to that extent. I wasn't feeling suicidal, guys. I was conducting a survey, so that was based on the fact that many of times when people commit suicide, we have the tendency of saying, but why didn't she talk? Why didn't she say anything? Why didn't she reach out? We didn't know she was going through so much. But you find that there's so many red flags that people are posting, and we tend to ignore them. Out of, I think, sure, I don't know how many contacts I have, got quite a lot of contacts, especially with the outreach number. But with regards to the two status updates that I posted today, the main one, the suicidal one, I think out of 25 people that viewed it, the main people in my life, out of the 25 people that viewed it, only about 10 were able to ask, what's wrong? Why are you feeling suicidal? And with the previous one, where I posted emojis of a broken heart and emoji crying, I think it was viewed by about 20 something people as well. And only 5 people asked what was going on. So it's sad because out of the people that viewed and never asked, you find family, you find close friends, you find people whom you are there for, you find pastors that are having outreach programs as well. And you ask yourself, how many people have succeeded with committing suicide at the expense of our ignorance, at the expense of us saying we didn't know, yet we just viewed and looked away. We just looked and we're like, oh, okay, Kimam Hatisa posted again that she's feeling suicidal. Imagine had you reached out and asked, Mom Hati, are you okay? Why are you feeling suicidal? Is there anything I can do to help? What happened? Imagine how many lives we can save with just those 2-3 questions that you can basically ask. And it came as a shock, guys. It came as a shock to think, we have so many people that we cry to indirectly, but they don't hear us. Those are the red flags that we always want to say, we missed it. And you look at, it's not just WhatsApp, even on Facebook, on Instagram, there's so many things that people post. A person can simply post and saying, I'm broken-hearted. A person can just post that simple broken-hearted emoji, and we will just view and pass, not even to bother asking, okay, what happened? And then the following day we hear Mama Hati committed suicide, and we want to ask, what happened? Then you still want to say, and then Mama she posted a broken heart emoji, but what did you do about it? The only way for us to be able to break the silence is for us to reach out as well. As much as we want people to open up, as much as we want people to share what they're going through, as much as we want people to accept the help that we say we're reaching out to them, we need to also take that step to say, okay, I'm here, I'm available. It's one thing to always say, I'm here when you need to talk. But when people are posting such things, we don't really hear their cry. How many people have been posting on WhatsApp, I'm not okay, or I'm hurt? A simple one, I'm feeling so down, my mood is on level 0. Sometimes a person can post that and we would just think, it's just one of those random posts, mood on level 0. Not realizing that level 0 can be at a point whereby a person has pills in front of them. That level 0 of the mood can be at a point whereby a person is busy putting together that rope to hang themselves. So with the survey today, this is just an encouragement to say, let us not be ignorant of those minor red flags that we see. Let us be there for others. Let us be able to say, we might not be close, we might not talk on a daily basis, but when you see that unusual message on a person's WhatsApp status, on a Facebook or on an Instagram post, have that thing in your heart to say, what's going on? At times, really, we can save a life with just that one question instead of just living our lives, because I feel like we are honestly too busy to care about other people. We are honestly too ignorant. Ignorant is not even a word to use anymore. I don't even know which word to use, but we really need to pull up our socks if we really say we want to break the silence and put an end to the suicide rate in our country, especially when it comes to young people. Well, young people are the one group that is mostly sending out so many red flags, but we are not aware because we are caught up in our own things. If a person then can post a poster now, ukuthi ziyawa somewhere, you'll be asking ziwa nini kuphi, what time, you know. If a person can be posting now about I just got married, everybody will be wanting to congratulate them. But a simple post to say I'm feeling suicidal, out of 20, out of 100 contacts that I have, only 10 would reach out. And tomorrow when I commit suicide, what do we say? What happened to Mama Hati? Why did she commit suicide? You know, but then every other thing that is not even so important, we are able to entertain it. I looked at even the post that I was sharing about the pets drive. So many people like, that is such a beautiful thing. You know, even family was saying that is such a beautiful thing that you're doing. But today I posted that I'm feeling suicidal. And nobody bothered. Family saw it and family didn't bother to say, Kaz, are you okay? And this is not about shaming family. This is not about saying family is bad, but this is about saying society. Let us be more aware. Let that be an awareness to say we can do better in terms of saving lives. Saving lives is not just about preaching Jesus and doing all of the things that we do on a daily basis. Sometimes saving a life is just about, are you okay? I'm here to listen. What's going on? Just being there for somebody is a way of saving their life. So really, we can do better, guys. We can really do better. After what I saw today, and I'm so grateful for those that really reached out and said, Mama Hati, what's going on? Are you okay? What's wrong? I remember there was a pastor that reached out, and after I said, no, I'm okay, I'm just conducting a survey, he was like, I'm relieved. To know that there's people that still reach out like that when they see such things, and they still relieved to hear that it was not something serious. So imagine had nobody responded, and then I went ahead and said, okay, so in any way nobody cares, let me go ahead and do this. Because sometimes when a person cries publicly for help like that, it's also that part to say, maybe somebody cares. I might be at the point where I feel like nobody cares about me, nobody cares about the fact that I live or I die. And I'm like, okay, let me put this to a test before I take the final decision to kill myself. And then eventually I do that and nobody responds. I'm like, okay, so that means what I feel is true. Let me just end my life and get out of everybody's face, because I am already feeling like a burden. And they've proved to me that I'm a burden, you know. So let us really try and do better, guys, in terms of trying to save a life. We cannot be finding it easy to pay attention to so many other things. My post, I'm a prayer, what we are able to respond. When people are posting about engagements and marriages, we are able to comment. When people are posting they are beautiful, I'm posting earrings every day, and everybody's like, oh, you should put that into a business idea and whatnot. But I posted about suicide, and those people who did not even bother to say what's going on. And not that they didn't view it, they viewed it. So let's do better, guys. Let's really do better. The suicide rate in our country is too high, especially amongst young people. We're not really at a time where we can say we don't care or we can't care. We are at a season whereby any red flag should be taken as something serious. Just the person's posting I'm not okay, that should be taken as serious as the person saying I'm ready to hang myself. We cannot be wanting people to now still post the ropes where they want to hang themselves, or post the pills for us to first believe that things have now gotten to a bad stage. Because at the end of the day, we're going through a lot. Every person is going through a lot. I could be posting this video and I could be sitting with pills in front of me. I could be posting this video and I could be going through the most hardest time of my life. And yet when I'm in front of people, I'm smiling. If we can just learn to have that thing of checking on people, if we can just learn to have that thing of not ignoring those small signs, then a lot of lives could be saved. While we're praying, while we're preaching, while we're doing everything, let us reach out even in those simplest ways to say, are you okay? What's going on? Because at times it's as simple as a person posting sitting with 6-pack of Savannah. You've never seen Mama Hati posting 6-pack of Savannah. Suddenly, Mama Hati, now weekend after weekend, Mama Hati is posting alcohol like nobody's business. That should be a red flag. Why is Mama Hati drinking so much? Mama Hati never used to drink. Fine, even if you used to know that Mama Hati drinks. But now that she's posting alcohol, she never used to post alcohol. She would be drinking maybe in the corners, but now she's posting alcohol every weekend. Or now she's in parties every weekend. Or now the manner in which she dresses, she used to dress so respectfully. Now she's wearing bum shorts everywhere, every day. And the manner in which she's posing. It's those smallest things, guys, that make you realize that something is going on in a person's life. And at times when you'll be thinking, oh, this person has now changed. Since Mom had now separate bum shorts, not realizing or stress and depression. In fact, depression on its own, it changes a person's character. You can move from a person that is very reserved to a person that is very crazy, or from a person that is very crazy to a person that is very reserved. You can move from a person that doesn't drink into a person that is now an alcoholic or a drug addict. You can move to a person that used to love being around people and now you're reserved, you don't even want to see people. You forever closing yourself in your room. And people are like, sekazenza ngcono. Since athole lo msebenzi lo, or since ashada, or since ahlala kule ndawo le, sekazenza ngcono. Not realizing that a person is going through so much, and because of the depression, it has twisted their character into making them not want to be around people anymore, or making them want to be around people suddenly, or wanting them to be so hyper and starting to drink, starting to smoke. And we find it easier to judge instead of asking. It's just like a person that's moving from one relationship into another. It's easier for us to say, umam hat is febe, umam hat uthanda madoda. But have we ever come to a point of asking ourselves, what is it that's making umam hati be the way she is? What is it that is making Mam Hati move from one relationship to another? Anga last duguma relationship work. Did we ever stop to say, what if she went through something that's making her like this? What if there's something generational that she's battling with? But it's easier for us to say, guess febe, there's no stability in her life. She's a druggie, he's a druggie, he's an abuser. Men just don't wake up and say, today I want to start being an abuser. I always say, before we can say that man is abusive, yes, we will be calling him abusive, and it's wrong to be an abuser. I don't condone abusing women, but I'm just saying, while we're looking at what he's doing and blaming him for what he's doing, let's try and seek where that character is coming from, and also seek to get him help before we crucify him. Some men, you'll find that when he was growing up as a young boy, his mother or his sister that raised him used to tell him, when are useless, when there's nothing good that's going to come out of your life. Then he gets to a point where he feels, okay, his life is now better, he's gotten a job, he's created a better man out of himself. Then he meets a girlfriend. In the beginning, everything is fine. And then suddenly he loses maybe his job. And then the girlfriend starts saying, we're not useless, nothing good is going to come out of your life. It reminds him of the words his mother or his sister or his grandmother used to say. And it erupts this build-up anger that he used to suppress. He was at a point where he felt, I have done better. I have conquered what my mother said I wouldn't be able to conquer. I have become what my mother or my sister or my grandmother or my father said I will not be able to become. But now this woman is telling me, she's trying to prove to me that they were right about you. And anger will tend to come out in ways that are so different in each and every person. And for some men, they end up beating women. But we are quick to say he's an abuser. What led to that abusive man being that way? I'm not condoning abuse, as I said, but what led to that man being abusive? What led to that woman being in one relationship until another? What led to that young boy being a nyaupe person there that's roaming around the streets? Before we call him or he's useless, there's nothing that is gonna come up, nothing good that is gonna come out of his life. What led him to the life that he's living? What led to this teenager being so disrespectful and not wanting to listen to anyone? What is it that pushed the person to be the way they are? So let us seek to help first. Let us seek to find out the root cause of the problem before we can bring out our judgmental characters in everything that we do. Let us seek to help others. Let us seek to be there for others before we can just try and see things the way based on our knowledge or our experiences. Because people are honestly going through a lot. But I really hope that with today's survey and this video, I'm really hoping that we will be more cautious when it comes to the suicide thing that is going on. We will move more cautious in terms of how to look at those red flags, those signs that people are sending, those silent cries that are yet so public that we tend to ignore. Because the moment a person just decides to say, I'm feeling suicidal, we also need to understand that a person gets to a breaking point. Nobody wants to tell the whole world that you're suicidal. Hence, I always say when I'm motivating that no one wakes up and just says, today I want to commit suicide. You plan your own suicide, and there's nothing as painful as planning your own suicide. You plan it. It can take weeks, months, even a year for you to plan your suicide. And the day you start posting to say, I'm feeling suicidal, or I want to kill myself, or I want to end my life, people need to understand that a person is crying for help. A person is at that verge to say, I can't hold on anymore. I can't fight the thoughts anymore. I can't fight anything anymore. I'm at a point whereby if somebody doesn't try a different method than the ones that I've been trying to help me, I'm going to go ahead and do it. And Runa will be looking at it like, he's seeking attention. I remember I was once told that if you really wanted to commit suicide, you wouldn't have told people that you want to commit suicide. They did not realize that I told them because I was seeking help. I told them because I was hoping that they'll give me a different method to use than the one that I was using. But I was told that I was seeking attention. Like everybody is told that they are seeking attention when they start posting about them being suicidal and all of that. We are honestly ignorant, and we have a hand in most cases when people are committing suicide. That's how you need to look at it. When somebody posts a post like mine that I did earlier and you did not do anything about it, and then the following day they wake up and you hear that the person has committed suicide, know that you have a hand in that suicide. The fact that you did not reach out when the signs were there, you have a hand in the person's death. That's just how it is. If we can look at it that way, maybe then we will be able to say, I can't let Mama Haji post that and I just keep quiet. Even if I'm not able to help, even if I'm not good with words, just ask, are you okay? No, I'm not okay. What's wrong? I'm feeling suicidal. Can I pray with you? It's gonna be okay. The fact that you reached out, the fact that you saw it and you acted upon it, at times that is the only thing that can save my life. But we are too focused on ourselves to be able to be there for others. So I'm really hoping that this has been a wake-up call. I'm really hoping that the suicide rate that has been going up and up every day, I'm hoping that it has been a wake-up call, that we are raising awareness, that we are seeing that what is going on, and we will do better. We honestly need to do better because people are going through a lot. And when it gets to a point where you want to commit suicide, it's bad, guys. Depression is not easy. I don't want to lie to you. If you've seen most of my videos, you've heard how I've spoken about depression, you would know that depression is not nice. It is not nice, and it should not be things that we tend to ignore just like that. But I trust and believe that we have learned today, and that we will do better in terms of being there for others. And thank you so much for everybody that reached out when I posted the status. We need more people like you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I pray that God may give you more wisdom so that you may be able to see the red flags when they pop up. Thank you, guys. Love you all.